Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on Project 100, kind of modifying it for a little bit because I'm going to a crop in October and I want to bring 60 pages with me. Now, here are some of the things that I'm doing. As I'm making page kits, at first I just choose the papers, then I add the embellishments. Number 3 is I cut my digital files apart and I add cardstock. Then I'm going to add washi tapes and sketches. Then I'm going to add the photos. Then I'm going to add the journaling. Then I'm going to add titles on wax paper. And I'm not going to do, all 60, which I think that I do have 60 paper kits already because before I went, I did a whole bunch, but I'm not going to do all 60 that I just do the embellishments and then I just cut digital files and add cardstock. I have a place where I put my stuff and I kind of divided it into section and I'm moving the kits along as I'm getting them done. Now, the next thing I want to do is this thing is full. I have another container where, when I'm like in a rush or just don't feel like doing it, I take this and I dump it in there. And then once in a while, I'll go ahead and I'll divide it by color. Well, I know I want to make a lot of pages very soon, adding embellishments and stuff. So instead of throwing it in there and then going, later on and having to do this, I'm like, hey, these embellishments almost made a layout, in the recent, this is all the stuff that I use just before I went on vacation and I made all the pages for Patreon. Well, I want to give it a second chance right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right away divide stuff by color. And I have one of my trays that I made. I have a class on this actually because they stopped selling the iris trays and I have a step-by-step video and also instructions on paper with photos on how to build one of these. And you can make it whatever configuration you want, right? You could make one so that it just has one in the middle and you have enough for like 6x12 embellishments or pieces of paper or whatever that you want to do. So I'm going to use that to divide my embellishments. And then when I start making the page kits, I'm going to go to this tray first and try to use that first before I try to use anything else. And try to get this craziness down and onto pages instead. Okay, so this is words. So I'll put all the words together. So what I like to do is I don't put it directly in there because I don't know if the pink is going to be my biggest pile or is it going to be my black pile that's going to be the biggest pile. So I just do it on my desk first and I try not to shuffle this too much because as I was doing the pages and I was throwing stuff in there, they're kind of by color already. So why not try to preserve that? And it's going to be way less stuff for me to move around if it's already, look at this. This is all yellow. So I can just put it all in the yellow pile. So it's going to save me some time. I'm going to put gray and black together because it's pretty similar. So we just got back from vacation. Well, we got in New Brunswick on Saturday. I'm going to put the teals and the blues all together on Saturday, and we're Tuesday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we've been here 3 full days in New Brunswick. We just got home on Sunday for us, because we didn't arrive home at first. And yesterday, I cleaned the house. And today I was going to clean our trailer. We were going to do that on Saturday or Sunday. We came home early. First of all, there's a mishap that happened. And so we ended up being delayed. And then, and I'll be doing a page about that. And then, kind of funny that it happened on the very last day. But so we ended up getting home later than we wanted to. And then by the time we get home, it was so hot that we couldn't even move. Like, it was just ridiculous how hot it was. It was like above 40 degrees Celsius with the humidity. So we just sat around and we went to the pool and we had supper, just kind of had a couple drinks, and that was it for Sunday because it was just too hot. It probably wasn't safe to do stuff because it was just too hot. And so yesterday I was going to do the trailer today, but it is just pouring rain. I'm like, I don't want to be at the trailer. You want to take out, because we have mats at the front door and all this stuff. And I wanted to take them out and shake them out and all that stuff. And I'm like, I can't do that. So instead, I'm going to come home. I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I thought, oh, I'll just go up and I'll do the video for Friday. And then I ended up doing that video. I ended up doing the video for Monday for YouTube. And then this is the video for the next Monday. So I'm starting to have a little bit ahead. I was going to start, I started with my September Patreon. I did the sketches and I kind of planned, the techniques that we're going to do and all that stuff. And tomorrow I'm going to make the page kits. And then I'm going to start. But today I was like, you know what? Let's make a few videos because all my videos are ready for Patreon till the end of August. Like, they're already all uploaded. They're all ready to go. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do a few for YouTube. So it's like that for YouTube too, that I'm kind of ahead. Maybe this afternoon I'll end up editing them and maybe start uploading them. So kind of keep that trend going, I was ahead of the whole situation, and I kind of like that. So I want to keep that going. I'm going to start doing again some YouTube lives, which when this goes up, it'll be the Thursday. We'll do some on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time, or no, Atlantic. Wow. Atlantic daytime. My times are all messed up here. And what we're going to do is, I did 7 pages while I was gone without pictures. So we're going to put the pictures in them. And for Patreon, your day is going to be on August 31st. And the reason I'm doing it at the end of August is that so all the videos for August are up. So you don't see the pages before we actually put the pages to get like the pictures in the pages. So it's going to be August 31st. And then I'm going to do a live for virtual crop for June. We did 10 pages and we're going to put the pictures in. So I'll choose a date probably tomorrow, because today the day's starting to come to an end here. After I'm done this, I think I'll start uploading videos to my computer and start editing for YouTube, especially the YouTube video for Friday. I gotta take pictures of the layout. That's right, I didn't do that. I'm kind of out of the groove there. Normally, as soon as I finish the layout, I set up, because I set up something right on here and I take the pictures, and I didn't do that this morning. Out of the groove. But I'm feeling, I'll admit, I'm feeling tired, but creatively energized, if that makes any sense. My body, I'm tired, but creatively, I'm re-energized. So probably tomorrow, tomorrow I'll probably won't do anything. Probably won't do anything here because I want to clean the trailer because we didn't get to do it on Sunday because it was too hot. So I'll probably start making the page kits for September on Friday because Thursday I have to go to the dentist. Ew. But it needs to be done. So we'll do that. And then Friday we will start September's videos for Patreon. And then we'll just keep going. You know, I'll probably do one, or maybe next week too. I can do, because what I'm trying to do is at least do one video that's making page kits, one video that's actually making a page. So all the videos that I did before I left, they're all uploaded and they're all released. So now it's kind of back to the drawing board. So when I make some page kits too, I have to make page kits for YouTube so that I can make pages, you know, one a week that I do real-time pages. So I'll probably do a session of like, I'll do, I don't know, 7 worked out great because that's 7 weeks. So I'll probably do 7 and then I'll keep them separate then for the page kits that I want to make for my crop. I've already signed up for the crop. It's on October 28th. I want to bring 60 page kits and I want to be completely ready, including cutting apart the digital prints, which I've already started. The video that you saw before this one, I cut, I think it was 6 page kits. So, and I'm going to try and kind of diversify how I'm doing this. I'm not just going to do all, you know, do 50 videos of adding embellishments. One, it's after a while, it just gets like, okay, I need to do something different. So if I kind of, okay, today I'm going to add embellishments. Tomorrow, I'm going to cut apart 6 page kits, the digital prints. I'll cut them apart. Then I have them all divided where I keep them. And then I can say, okay, next thing I have to do washies and sketches. Well, I can go to the one where I added already the digital files and the cardstock, and I can do the washi tape and the digital, the sketches for that one. And then I'll move them to the next step that it's, you know, okay, I've done this part, so now I can move on. And I'll still keep track of everything. It won't be like, okay, this one, does it have this or this? You know, by where it's sitting in that container, I'll know what spot that I'm in. And I think that's going to be very advantageous from now on. And I've been doing page kits for many years, and every time, you know, a few times a year, it seems, I'm always tweaking it. And that's the thing, tweak it to what works for you. So this time around, the way I've tweaked it is I've made it where I keep the page kits. I've added some, they're called plastic mats that you would eat on. And I've added titles to them. And then now I'll know exactly at what stage each of my page kits are. Because if they're behind that tab, it's only the embellies and I haven't cut apart the digital files. So, you know, I won't add washi tape to the ones there. I'll just add washi tapes to the one that I've added or that I've cut apart the washi tape or the digital files. So I think that's going to work out really well, especially where I want to do so many. So, and then I can kind of switch up what I'm doing, and I'm not always doing the same thing. Another thing I'm doing too is when I'm cutting the butterflies apart, I'm actually putting foam tape in behind. so that when I sit down, I don't need to add foam tape. Even the foam tape will be added to the butterflies. And another thing that it's doing is that as I'm going through the page kits, I'm like, hey, I don't have enough circle, like 2-inch circle stuff, you know? So then I go through these and I add more. And that's going to help too, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to find that out when I'm sitting there trying to make the page, because this time around, I don't want to bring any file folders. I just want to bring my page kits and some inks, and that's it. No extra papers, no extra nothing. I say that now. But that's the plan. So, because the last few times that I didn't use it. So, of course, the one time that I would need it. But I think I'm going to try it. And then if there's something missing, I can just put a little note and say, you need to add an arrow. Not a big deal, right? Add an arrow to that. And that'll work out just fine. So the first step I wanted to do is this. Separate all of these, have them all ready by color, and then when I put those page kits together, and I'm going to use this for when I make my page kits for Patreon too, because I need to do 11, I think 11, or maybe September is a 9, like an extra week. I'll have to check, but 8 or 9 or 11 or 12 page kits I got to do. I got to do 3 for the live and some for the, you know, the sketches and the techniques and stuff. So I'm going to be using this for, you know, for that for sure, because the goal is to use stuff. So this is not necessarily, oh, this is just for the page kits. No, it's just stuff in my scrap room and they get used up whatever I'm working on. That's so pretty. Okay. And like I said, I can't tell you how many times that I see this full and I'm like, I'm just going to go and throw it in the bigger basket. But then that basket gets so full, so quick. And then it takes me hours. So one thing I said I was going to try to do is just, if something needs to be done, then that's the next thing that I need to work on. And luckily, I am now sort of ahead of the game, because I got ahead of the game when, you know, getting ready to go on vacation. So now if I just keep going, and like I said, I feel I'm physically tired, but I feel creatively energized. So this is the time, you know, to start creating some good new habits again. Okay, that's red and that's orange. I mean, even the littlest thing, I just keep it and I just try to use it the next time that I make page kits. And then that way I get, you know, the bang for the buck. The bang for the buck? My bang for the buck. You know what I mean. I get my money's worth. I get my money's worth out of all the embellishments because I get to use them. And it's not just like, oh, well, yeah, I looked at it once, but it never made it onto a layout and it never will. Same with scraps. And you know what? The last, what do you call it? The last Make a Page Kit video that I did, I used full sheets. And a lot of people were like, oh, good, you know, using new stuff, which I love. But man, when I think about all the scraps I'm going to get out of that, it kind of stresses me out because that just means extra scraps, you know, in my scrap room. So I think it's good to have a balance of both. It's just I hadn't scrapped in so long using scraps, and they were building up, building up, building up, building up. And now I have a gazillion, and I refuse to throw it out. Like, that's money that I worked hard for. And if I throw it out, that's like burning money. So I don't want to do that. So definitely when I start using, when I start making page kits and I'm using, what do you call it? Making the paper background, you know, like paper kits, I'm definitely going to be using scraps again because there's just too many. There's just too many now. And especially once I start making those page kits. Using all those full sheets of papers, I'm going to have so many scraps. But what I do, and somebody asked me that, did you ever, when you're finished a page kit, put it in one place and then make pages with the leftovers all the time? Most times that's what I do. It's because I put them in a plastic bag and then I just grab from there and make some more page kits. And that's the best way to get the most value for your money, because otherwise I feel like we're wasting money when you only do like one page using a piece of paper just once. I feel like that's wasting money. Okay, so I got the green here. I might have to have 2 containers for the brown, and that's okay. But it's all going to fit in this. But look at how much. Look at how much. Or I guess the brown I had more. So look at how much stuff I have. That's a lot. So now, when I make those page kits, I'm going to have lots of choices without having to go and get new stuff out. I can just use this stuff. Give it another chance. This is orange and it's too big though, so I'm going to cut it in 2 and I'll put it in there like that. This is gold, so that'll have its own little container. So depending on how long this is, I may add a few page kits to this, like adding embellishments, or this will be its own video and then the next one will be adding embellishments. But now we're ready to make some page kits, or adding embellishments to our page kits. So that's it. We're going to end it here, and I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.